gaming, or whatever your next chapter holds, Lenovo.com has the tech to help you succeed. Shop PCs right now at Lenovo.com during their back-to-school sale, where students can save more when they sign up for a Lenovo education account. Free shipping, easy returns, flexible financing. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
There's an app for your music, an app for your photos, even an app that tracks your steps. But only one app brings you the live radio dial and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets you can tap anytime. The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
We play the hits. The Miami Dolphins play here.
He's got a wide open Smith at the 30, at the 20, it's a 30 to the end zone. Touchdown.
Fox Sports 940 is your home for Dolphins football. Listen on the iHeartRadio app.
Fill my eyes with that double vision.
Camino and Rich here on Fox Sports Radio. It's a Friday. Thanks to Hunter Mahan for joining us here on Fox Sports Radio, discussing his role as Adam Sandler's body double in Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah, that was awesome. Again, he just sounded so giddy about it.
Right?
It's so cute.
I wonder if his wife could tell. You know, the shots are quick.
Right.
But,
maybe. But again, you're not supposed to.
Yes.
You're not
But if you're so
supposed
close to the person, you know when it's
that's your shoulder.
Yes.
I sleep next to it every single day. That is your shoulder.
Yeah.
I know it is.
Yeah. That's...
No, actually, honey, that was Adam Sandler. How do you not?
1-1. He might have hit one out of the ballpark there. Out to right and deep. Second deck. He squared the bunt 2 pitches ago. And Kyle Stowers rips number 16 into the seats. Tied at 1, bottom 2.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
Pitch to Connor Norby. He drills out to right center and deep. Freelick back. Track wall. It is gone. Connor Norby. He's getting right. 1-1 pitch. That one hammered out to left center field and deep. Martian Rojas back. They're looking up, and it's gone. Wag attack. A 2-run homer.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins, and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
Nice job, Ahmed. Welcome. We are live from Lone Depot Park on a Friday night in the Magic City. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio. It's Fox Sports 940 Miami. Game 108 of 162. Tonight, we turn the page to August as Miami capped off a 15-10 month of July. They're 3 games within 500 and look to get to 2 under for the first time since April 26. Questions, they were answered yesterday regarding who stays and who goes as the trade deadline was completed at 3 p.m. on Thursday. Sandy Alcantara, Edward Cabrera, and Anthony Bender all are staying for the 2025 season, and the Fish are in a place not one soul on this earth outside of anyone in this organization could have predicted. 7 games back of a wild card spot and a chance to compete with one of the best in the New York Yankees over the weekend. This place is going to be electric, and the South Florida baseball community has yearned for the days to say there's significant August Friday night baseball with some meaning behind it. Well, here you go. Cheers to a roaring and deafening Lone Dome all weekend long. We are pumped to bring you game 1 of this 3-game interleague set between the 60-49 New York Yankees and your 52-55 Miami Marlins. The week of emotional pulls continues for Jansen Junk. He faced the team he debuted with in the Milwaukee Brewers last week. Junk now faces the team he was drafted by in the 2017 draft. Carlos Rodon, 32-year-old Miami-born southpaw, will make his 23rd start of the season for Aaron Boone's Yankees. And tonight we get going at 7:10 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. What's going on, everyone? Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Friday night with Jack McMullen and Craig Minervini. I am Steven Strom. I got to be honest with you, I don't know the last time I was this fired up for a series. This is exciting. This is exactly what I wanted it to feel like this year for the Miami Marlins. You play good baseball. You earn these opportunities against one of the best in the New York Yankees. And again, like I said before, this place is going to be rocking this weekend in Miami. Let's get you lined up for the show. We'll first hear from Marlins President of Baseball Operations, Peter Bendix. He will sit down with Jack McMullen. Clayton McCullough will join the show as well. I got a chance to sit down with him, discuss the weekend. We'll get you the count with Rodon and Junk. Jack will jump in for some back and forth. Got some great storylines. We have such a busy show. I wish we had 3 hours because I'm not going to be able to get to everything. We get to our Expo question at Marlins Radio and Steve's guarantee to victory. So let's lead with this. Marlins President of Baseball Operations. I told this to Tony Gwynn Jr. with the San Diego Padres that the trade deadline is like a second Christmas. That's kind of what it is for Peter Bendix. After he was wheeling and dealing, last year, we kind of thought the same way this year. We had some names, but it was just Jesus Sanchez and Nick Fortes who were shipped from Miami, Fortes to Tampa, and Jesus Sanchez to Houston. But our very own Jack McMullen got a chance to sit down with the man behind it all, Peter Bendix.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Here with Marlins President of Baseball Operations, Peter Bendix, and I got to credit my friends at Cespedes Family Barbecue for this one. I saw more deals on deadline day in 2025 than any other year since 2000. What went into that chaotic of a day yesterday?
You know, every deadline day is very chaotic. I didn't realize there were more deals than ever, but I do think it makes sense just the way that the standings have played out across Major League Baseball, a handful of teams kind of falling out of things at the last minute. And the extra wild card, there's a lot of teams that are pretty close to the wild card spot that we're buying. Makes for a really fun day for baseball.
Could this year have been qualified as a buyer's market or a seller's market?
I think it's usually a buyer's market because of the nature of the deadline and the deadline itself causing perhaps irrational behavior. But I think most teams across baseball at this point, they're all very disciplined. They all know what they're doing. They're all very smart, and they all want to win.
Peter, the one deal we saw on Thursday was Jesus Sanchez going to Houston. How did the market materialize for Jesus Sanchez over the last couple days and hours before the deadline?
You know, we're having conversations about a lot of our players for a long time. It's our job to listen on anything and everything. And when Houston came to us with the offer that we ultimately accepted, thought it was the right move for the Marlins, thought it's something that's going to help us now, it's going to help us in the future, it's going to open up playing time for Jacob Marcy, and it's something that I just felt like it was the right move to make.
I want to circle back on Marcy in a moment, but what excites you about the return from Houston?
Ryan Gusto is a above-average Major League starting pitcher. Those are hard to find. The two prospects we got underneath are fast, athletic guys with a lot of potential. They're young. They do a lot of things well. You can never have too much starting pitching, and you can never have too many fast, athletic guys.
You mentioned the runway for Jacob Marcy, and that is a fast, athletic guy that makes his Major League debut tonight. Walks a lot, stole a bunch of bases in AAA Jacksonville. What should Marlins fans be looking for with a guy in Jacob Marcy?
He's a very well-rounded player. He's a good defender. He's a good base runner. Stole a lot of bases. Hit 14 home runs. Gets on base a lot. Just generally puts pressure on the opposition and does all of the little things well.
Peter Bendix, we saw a bit of a domino effect on the catcher market when we saw Nick Fortes go when the Marlins were in St. Louis. Danny Jansen went from Tampa to Milwaukee. All of a sudden, Fortes kind of backfills Jansen's role in Tampa. How much of that, or how quickly did that deal kind of come about for you guys?
A lot of these deals come together pretty quickly, the nature of the deadline. I think that with Fortes in particular, you know, we're excited to give an opportunity to Liam and Gus to get back there every day to continue their development. We see such potential with both of them on both sides of the ball. We know they need development defensively, and really the only way that happens is with playing time.
What do you see in Matthew Etzel, who is a return for Fortes?
Stop me if you've heard this before, but he's a well-rounded, fast, athletic player, gets on base a lot, does a lot of things well, and is really just the type of player that we're looking for.
Would you say that's the Marlins type?
We like value. We like players who are good at baseball. There's a lot of different ways to be good at baseball, but the fast, athletic guys are the ones who can often add value on the bases and defensively as well.
Peter Bendix, a couple more for you. Obviously, we saw plenty of rumors about Sandy Alcantara and Edward Cabrera. Ultimately, those guys are both still in a Marlins uniform. What were the conversations around those two like as we crept closer to the deadline?
It was the same as with just about everybody else. Teams are always inquiring about value, about who's available, about what it will take. Ultimately, we were disciplined. We stuck to the plan that we had going into the deadline, and I'm really excited to watch those guys continue to pitch for us.
Peter Bendix, last one for you. What excites you most about the group of 26 that you have in the major leagues right now?
You know, our recent stretch of positive play has been really fun to watch, but not exactly surprising to us. We know that we have a tremendous amount of talent. We have the right coaching staff in place to get the most out of these guys. We have a group that works really hard, and we're seeing the improvement. We're seeing the development. We're excited for what that means for the future.
Marlins President of Baseball Operations, Peter Bendix, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Steven.
All right, excellent line of questions from Jack McMullen there. And, yeah, the Marlins are going right now. Last year, Miami won 62 games. They were 62 and 100. The Marlins have 52 wins coming into Friday night. It has been a season, I think, where we listed the names, Sandy Alcantara, maybe not Edward Cabrera, but Sandy was like, from opening day, it was, where's Sandy going to go? Sandy's being shipped off, and Sandy doesn't have the start, and then he ends up turning around towards the end here. But it's awesome to know that for the next 2 months, I don't care if this team gets to the playoffs or not, we are going to see this through. We are going to see Sandy Alcantara finish his season with the Marlins. We are going to see Edward Cabrera, who has finally broke through the ceiling, finish with the Miami Marlins. Heck, we're going to see Anthony Bender. And I got to be honest with you, I'm shocked that some of these guys obviously are still here given the market, a guy like Anthony Bender. But I'll be happy to take Anthony Bender and keep him at his whatever ERA right now. It is going to be so entertaining, I think, for the rest of the summer. By the way, again, Marlins fans, you have entertaining, meaningful summer baseball. Welcome. It is an awesome sight to see. And the guy behind it all, Peter Bendix, you heard him chat with Jack McMullen. This guy knows what he is doing. And he stayed put. He didn't feel like the value maybe was there for someone like Sandy or the other guys. And they said, you know what? I like where we're at. Let's see this thing through. Coming up next, Clayton McCullough will join the program. We will talk more about what is to come this weekend. An awesome, awesome opportunity against the New York Yankees. No Aaron Judge, but this Yankees team, they've stumbled a little bit, 13-14 in the month of June, 12-13 in July, but they are fighting, and they still think they have a chance at that American League East. The Toronto Blue Jays have had an incredible surge, but big series. Carlos Rodon will go opposite Jansen Junk. We'll get the manager on next. Clayton McCullough, 7:10 first pitch, Friday Night Baseball on the Marlins Radio Network.
The plate. He's ready to do some damage. 1-2. Johnston swings. He rips one through the right side. That's the first major league knock. Welcome to the big leagues, Troy Johnston. 636 games in the minor leagues. And on the fifth pitch he sees in the major leagues, he has his first hits. That baseball makes its way over to the third base dugout, and that is going somewhere special for him. Month-old daughter Tatum are in attendance. 0-1. That one hit high in the air, out to right and deep. Walker is back at the track, and it's gone. The first home run as a Marlin for Graham Pauley. It comes in his 39th game. Graham Pauley, 103 off the bat, 384 feet into the Cardinal bullpen in right. And the Marlins open scoring in the second. It's 2-0 Fish. 2-1. That one hit in the air, out to right center field and deep. Sanoja and Sanchez converging. That one is caught. Sanoja went straight back, and then he took a sharp turn left, and he made the grab sliding. Javier Sanoja with a really nice play in center. That one looped into right center field. That is in for a base hit. That'll score Stowers from second base. Otto Lopez with a one-hopper to the right fielder, Jordan Walker. Stowers comes in to score, and it's 3-0 Marlins in the top of the fifth. It was cool, yeah. 1-2. That one sprayed down the line. Tough play for Walker. He's working back. On the track, it's over his head, and it short hops off the wall. Myers chugging in. He will score from first base, and it's a pinch hit RBI double for Wag Attack. 4-0 Fish in the top of the sixth.
I've done that here again in the sixth.
First pitch here to Xavier Edwards. That one slapped down the right field line. Tough play for Walker again.
All right, back here on Marlins on Deck. Should be an awesome weekend at the ballpark. Happy Friday. Clayton McCullough, Steven Strom. Game one of this three-game set. I'm sure fans are asking, Was it more Peter Bendix thinking, okay, this team, they're in it, let's not make any moves, or was the value not there? Who cares? You're here. I want to get your reaction over the last 24 hours. Now you know who you have on your roster for the rest of the season.
I mean, it was excited that the majority of those names that have been floated around are still Miami Marlins. And you never, as a staff, teammates, you never want to see guys, have to go. And like many guys are going to be incredibly comfortable here and enjoyed playing here. And the fact that we get to continue moving forward with the rest of this season with the majority of our roster still intact. I think, we're excited about the possibility of us just continuing to grow with this group and playing good baseball.
Jesus Sanchez was the longest tenured Marlin. He supplied some good moments, of course. Jacob Marcy will take his place. Would love for you to talk about what Jesus Sanchez meant to you as a first-year manager and what we're getting in Jacob Marcy.
Yeah. I loved Jesus Sanchez. And I'll say this, he is a beautiful person. I mean, he was a joy to be around. Loved him. So sad to see Jesus go. I hope nothing more that this opportunity for Jesus in Houston is great for him, and that gets into the postseason. I hope he does great because he deserves everything he gets. So we're sad to see him leave, and what that does, it creates opportunity for others. And in this case, Jacob Marcy to come up here, who we really liked in spring training. Unfortunately, didn't see a lot of him early on. He played extremely well in AAA. The base running, the defense, offensively, he had a really good year with controlling the zone and hit for some more power. So inject some more athleticism into our roster, and so excited for Jacob, being his major league debut and what he can bring to our team. And at the same time, I'm sad to see Sanchez go because I had grown very close with Jesus and love him as a person.
Clayton McCullough with us now. This series feels different for us, at least. There's going to be probably 3 sellouts. It's the New York Yankees. You guys are in the thick of it. I'll ask you, what are you hoping your team feels, and what are you looking to see this weekend in what feels like a big regular season series?
Yeah, it'll be exciting. I mean, it'll be great to have another solid weekend of crowds here at Lone Depot. Certainly a high quality opponent that is very much used to playing deep into the postseason, making postseason appearances. They've done some nice things at the deadline, I think, probably to enhance their ball club. So, again, another challenge for us. I think we just get past who it is, what's over there, and let's go out and play our game, play to the best of our abilities, and then let the chips fall where they may.
I'm going to ask Clayton McCullough to hold the mic for a second. I got a surprise for you.
Oh, man, surprises.
Today is
Love
Jansen
surprises.
Junk Day.
Oh.
So we got the mustache. Sorry for our audio audience right now.
Okay.
Is it this way, Jack? I don't have facial hair. Yeah.
Oh, you got. Wow.
All right,
Stephen,
so
you're
it's Jansen Junk Day today. We decided we're going all in on this. We're going to get the mustaches. What's key for Jansen Junk? I called it the week of emotions against the team he debuted and against the team he drafted against in the New York Yankees.
Yeah, I think what's been allowed Jansen to have so much success. I mean, your mustache that's incredible. What's allowed him to be so successful this year, we talk about a lot, is the efficiency and his ability to limit walks. Sorry, the stuff is very good with how he can mix variety of breaking pitches, change up, use his fastball appropriately. He definitely, when you face a lineup like the Yankees, it's very easy to get caught up in who's over there and some of the seasons guys have had, and you have to still go attack. You have to be in attack mode and take your chances and bank on your stuff in the zone. At least getting them engaged in the at-bat where now you have the ability to expand when you want to expand and not being forced the other way around where they suck you back into the plate in bad counts. So I expect Jansen to come out here today, pound the strike zone, mix his pitches, and expect a good outing.
Unbelievable focus. Didn't mess up once. Clayton McCullough, thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen.
We'll get you out of the count next on the Marlins Radio Network.
Oh no, stomach issues again.
0-2. Sinoha lines that one into left center field. Collins on the move. Collins overran it, and it rolls right by him in left center. Myers comes in to score. Sanoha trying for 3. Relay going to third. Plucked out by Durbin, and he gets the tag on Javi. 1-1 our score between the Marlins and the Brewers. And Augustine smashes the ball out to right and deep. Frelick is back at the track. He's looking up, and it's gone. Augustine Ramirez in opposite field shots. Homer number 15 on his season. He just missed a homer by inches yesterday, and he gets it back today. 2-1 Marlins in the top of the 4th. 3-1 from Quintana. He's swinging away, and he drills it out to left center field. Collins is back. He's looking up, and it's gone. Big bird into the Brewer bullpen. Heriberto Hernandez with a 3-run shot, and the Marlins answer back like they always do. Blistered off the bat, 112 miles an hour, and it's 5-3 Fish in the 5th.
For the third base. Put the ball in play here.
3-2. Dane swings, lifts one high in the air, out to left center and deep. Collins is back. That's bullpen bound again. It went beyond it. Dane Myers, 428 feet out to left center, and that has to feel so good for him. You were clamoring for insurance, and you got it. 1-2, Durbin goes again, but that one is a called third strike. 96 painted on the inside corner. And the Miami Marlins come to Milwaukee and take a series from the best team in the National League. It's the first time the Brewers have lost back-to-back games since July 6th.
The Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Marlins back home here in the 305. Marlins Radio live from Lone Depot Park here in Miami on a Friday night, game 1 of this 3-game interleague set. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen, and Craig Minervini. Those two have your call at 7:10. Jack will join me in the next segment. Marlins playing marvelous baseball right now. Just went on the road, took 2 out of 3 in Milwaukee, took 2 out of 3 in St. Louis. They sit 7 games back of a National League wild card spot, and they are 3 games under, looking to get back to 200 for the first time since the end of April. Carlos Rodon will toe the rubber for Aaron Boone's New York Yankees tonight. 32-year-old lefty from Miami made his 23rd start of the season here tonight, or is making rather. 11-7, a 3.18 ERA, 130 innings pitched. He's in year 3 with the Pinstripes. Rodon beat the Phillies on Sunday, gave up 3 runs. All 3 of those runs were on solo shots. K'd 8, and the Yankees have won 4 of his last 6 road starts. Carlos Rodon has had really good numbers away from New York. 4-1, a 2.61 ERA. He also has really good numbers against the Marlins career-wise. He's made 3 starts. He's 2-0 with a 2.12 ERA. That's 4 earned runs over 17 innings pitched. He will feature, Rodon is, a 4-seamer, a slider, a changeup, a sinker, a curveball. I have cutter on here, but he's thrown his cutter literally just 1 time, so I erased it. Again, a 4-seamer, a slider, a changeup, a sinker, and a curveball. 2 key notes I do want to share. 41 of Rodon's 47 walks to right-handed batters. If you take a look at the lineup card, Clayton McCullough, 7 of the 9 in tonight's lineup will be a right-handed bat, and opponents are hitting 189 from that side as well. So if you look at the averages, there's not either of a side hitting over 200 against Rodon. They're going to have to get to him by getting on base and drawing walks. Again, that is why 7 of the 9 in the lineup are right-handed bats. Jansen Junk, he will toe the rubber for Clayton McCullough's Marlins tonight. I called it an emotional tour. It'll continue tonight against the team that he debuted with last week in Milwaukee, and now the team that he was drafted by in the 22nd round in the 2017 draft. So far, it has been a breakout year for Mr. Junk. 5-2, a 3.28 ERA over 60 1/3, 44 Ks to just 5 walks. He earned the win against Milwaukee on Saturday, allowed 3 runs on 8 hits, 5 Ks, 5 innings, 14 whiffs on 86 pitches. For Junk, over his last 2 starts, he surrendered 7 runs. But before that, his first 3 to this month, he allowed just 2. So his month of July, a 2.79 ERA over 29 frames. He continues to do whatever the heck Jansen Junk has done this year. Just continue to do so here tonight. Junk, Rodon. That'll be our matchup on the mound tonight on this Friday in Miami. Coming up next, we will get Jack McMullen on. He will talk and react to the trade deadline, plus the 3 prospects the Marlins got in exchange for Jesus Sanchez. 7:10 first pitch. Marlins on Deck continues on the Marlins Radio Network.
0-2. Sinoha lines that one into left center field. Collins on the move. Collins overran it, and it rolls right by him in left center. Myers comes in to score. Sinoha trying for 3. Relay going to third. Plucked out by Durbin, and he gets the tag on Javi. 1-1 our score between the Marlins and the Brewers. And Augustine smashes the ball out to right and deep. Frelick is back at the track. He's looking up, and it's gone. Augustine Ramirez in opposite field shots. Homer number 15 on his season. He just missed a homer by inches yesterday, and he gets it back today. 2-1 Marlins in the top of the 4th. 3-1 from Quintana. He's swinging away, and he drills it out to left center field. Collins is back. He's looking up, and it's gone. Big bird into the Brewer bullpen. Heriberto Hernandez with a 3-run shot, and the Marlins answer back like they always do. Blistered off the bat, 112 miles an hour, and it's 5-3 fish in the 5th.
For the third base. Put the ball in play here.
3-2. Dane swings, lifts one high in the air, out to left center and deep. Collins is back. That's bullpen bound again. It went beyond it. Dane Myers, 428 feet out to left center, and that has to feel so good for him. You were clamoring for insurance, and you got it. 1-2, Durbin goes again, but that one is a called third strike. 96 painted on the inside corner. And the
Sa Verizon 5G Internet más una línea limited welcome y AT&T Internet 300 más una línea limited started SL. Requiere Xfinity Internet. Velocidades reales varían. Velocidades se reducen después del uso de 30 gigabits por línea. Los límites de datos y los ahorros reales varían.
Boys are rocking and rolling here on the Marlins Radio Network, Fox Sports 940 Miami. You're listening to Marlins on Deck. Steven Strom, Jack McMullen joins the program. Now it's game 1 of a 3-game set, game 1 of a 6-game homestand. This is what you call a battle-tested homestand. The Yanks for 3, the Astros for 3. As we welcome in Jack McMullen on, man. I want to start with the prospects, dude, but I'm looking around at this stadium. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. You have a significant amount of people here. I'm not good about guessing on numbers, but Home Run Harbor is filled right now. Budweiser Bar is filled right now. This crowd is starting to come in. I am so excited for this weekend, man. What are you hoping for the Marlins that this series looks like and feels like against the Yanks?
Sweep for the fish, flipping M's together, Miami. Sorry, it's the index fingers, not the whole hand goes up, right? It's the index fingers, and then you flip the M.
Yeah,
I'm hoping for 3 M flips this weekend, I'd say. Listen, I think I want to see the Marlins play the same high-octane brand of baseball that they've been playing for the last month and a half. Since June 13th, they have a share with Milwaukee for the most wins in Major League Baseball. The Brewers have played 3 fewer games. They have 3 fewer losses. But 27 wins since June 13th is tied with Milwaukee for the best in baseball. They have as many wins as anyone in baseball in the last month and a half. Open your eyes. Marlins baseball is here. And they play a really fun brand of baseball, too. They have their foot on the gas at all times offensively, and they've figured out a way to optimize arsenals from the rotation to the bullpen. And what I want to see on what feels like the biggest stage that we have in South Florida right now, what I want to see is them show exactly who they are.
A 2.6 ERA, by the way, Jack McMullen, for this team pitching. We got that from the great Alon Leishman, who is one of the assistant pitching coaches for the Miami Marlins.
That's in the month of July. They're 2.60 team ERA in the month of July, far and away the best in baseball. Only other team under 3, the Boston Red Sox at 2.86.
Wow. We hope that continues here in the month of August. Want to kind of go backwards here, Jack. Want to get your thoughts on first just the trade deadline reaction, just sending Nick Fortes and Jesus Sanchez, keeping Sandy Alcantara, Anthony Bender, etc. Reaction, and then give us what we're getting back from Houston and Jesus Sanchez.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. And obviously unfortunate to see Sanchez go and unfortunate to see Nick Fortes go, but it really felt like there were other guys that would have like kind of helped exacerbate ripping your heart out, right? It was like, oh man, it would have really stung to see Sandy Alcantara not on this team and pitching for somebody else. It would have really stung to see Edward Cabrera not on this team and pitching for somebody else. And at the end of the day, Marlins had a price point. Teams didn't meet that price point, and Sandy and Cabby are still Miami Marlins. And that is really cool to hear. You know, is it a signal of, hey, the fish are going for it? It could be, but for me, it's a signal of we've got our price. We're standing by that. We really value who Sandy Alcantara is as a pitcher. We value who Cabby is as a pitcher, and they stand by that. In terms of the prospect return, Ryan Gusto is a major league caliber starter. He started north of 10 games for the Houston Astros this year, and he has an ERA just under 5. You know, it doesn't sound awesome, but at the end of the day, a sub-5 ERA in the big leagues shows that you can pitch.
Not sexy, but almost a project that Peter Bendix feels like this pitching crew can
100%,
optimize.
100%. It is a fun Play-Doh that they get in Ryan Gusto, and they get guys that run. Chase Jaworski is a high-A shortstop that can play second, can play third. He's got about 25 bags this year in about 80 games. And then Ismael Valencia is a fascinating one to me, 19-year-old in low A, so he's already ahead of schedule by age to level. He has 50 stolen bases this year. So interesting raffle tickets to grab, but Ryan Gusto, certainly the headliner here, and he is a major league caliber starting pitcher.
We have had a busy program here. I wanted to get into Jacob Marcy, but we got a break here. We're doing the national anthem. Game 1, 3-game set here, Marlins and the Yankees. Craig and Jack will definitely discuss at length. We'll also get some updates during the game as well, but I'm so fired up for this one. Thanks for joining me, Jack. We'll hear from him in about 11 minutes. Expo question, Steve's guarantee. It's all next on the Marlins Radio Network.
1-2, Durbin goes again, but that one is a called third strike. 96 painted on the inside corner. And the Miami Marlins come to Milwaukee and take a series from the best team in the National League. It's the first time the Brewers have lost back-to-back games since July 2nd and 3rd. And these fish ride the long ball, and a sterling relief appearance from Tyler Phillips to another victory. Your Miami Marlins get the win over the Brewers at American Family Field in Milwaukee, 7-4 on Saturday night.
Right now in Kyle Stowers.
Woodruff seeing Kyle, first pitch. He's swinging away. He loops one beyond the outstretched glove of the shortstop Ortiz. It's dribbling into left for a base hit, and that is an RBI knock. X comes in to score from third. You don't have to hit it hard. It feels like he always does, but that's 73 miles an hour off the end of the bat. A little looper evaded the shortstop Ortiz, and it's 1-0 Fish in the top of the first. He'll start, but that is what Brandon Woodruff has done through his first 4 turns as a Brewer this year. And Hernandez rips one high in the air out to right. That's carrying pretty well. Collins is back at the track. It kept on going, and it's gone. Big Bird come again. Second homer of the weekend. And Heriberto Hernandez drills his 5th on the year. 2-1 Fish in the top of the 4th for Ronnie. Runner at second, nobody out. And the 0-2 to Contreras. Here's a hard roller over to the shortstop. Lopez, he'll go to third. Torrio tried it. Winkler got the tag down, and they cut down Jackson Torrio. The all-time no-no. You never run to third base on a ground ball.
Rediscover Miccosukee Casino and Resort online at Miccosukee.com.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WINCA on Miami, WMIB-FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good.
Buckle up, folks. This should be a special weekend of baseball. Marlins and the Yankees, first of 3, first of 6 here at home. The Marlins will welcome in 2 postseason opponents in the Yanks and the Houston Astros. Steven Strom, Craig Minervini, Jack McMullen. Those 2 have your call in about 8 minutes. I got to be quick here on the Marlins Radio Network. Let's get to our X-Poll question today at Marlins Radio. Kyle Stowers ended July with hits in 12 of his 14 games. He also hit the 2nd most home runs in July. X-Poll question tonight, who has more home runs in a month of July, more than Kyle Stowers. Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. Hint, hint, he's playing tonight and not for the Marlins. It is time for Steve's Guarantee.
Batter up. Batter up.
Let's play some ball.
First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's Guarantees.
Med, you smell that? It smells like a revenge tour. Eric Wagaman, former Yankee. Augustine Ramirez, former Yankee. Heck, Jansen Junk, former Yankee. I like the former Yankees in Wagaman and Gus. 4 hits combined and 2 extra base hits. Not combined, just 2 extra base hits between the two of them. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch because when we come back, Jack McMullen paints a picture. Craig Minervini, he's ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins baseball. It's next on the Marlins Radio Network.
With Ron.